tá bá ṣe Scrum Guide yìí, aspect tí ó kù nínú Scrum yóò jẹ́ software. Lẹ́yìn software, past question. So tá bá ń ṣe software yìí, yóò wá lead wa lọ another aspect of programming tí a sọ pé ká kọ́. Tá fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ data, especially Python. Yóò lead wa lọ Python. Pàdé lo Python fún ìkan náà àwọn software ilé ìtẹ́lẹ̀ náà. So yóò lè jẹ́ pé Scrum ti dúró, another feed ni and build lé lórí. So méjèèjì ó lè ran ara wọn lọ́wọ́. Ìyẹn kàn jẹun tó wá sí mi lórí. But ìyẹn lè design rẹ̀. Àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ kókó náà ni a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe guide yìí dandan ni ká tó ṣe exam àti past question. Àbí ká pè ní certification. So software, àwọn tó jẹ́ kókó náà àti data analysis tá sọ pé a kọ́. Ṣẹ̀kú méjìlá mú lọ́jọ́ yẹn. So under data analysis yìí, a ní ìkan bẹ tó jẹ́ pé Excel lásán. Ìkan bẹ tó jẹ́ programming. So nínú programming mo ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ Python kankan tá sọ pé Python ní ká mú. Torí òun ló dáa jù. So tá bá ń ṣe software ilé 1, 2, 3. Tá bá ń ṣe software ilé, gbogbo software tí Scrum need gangan. Kò nídìí kéèyàn mọ programming. Jira Atlassian software wọ́n pè wọ́n Atlassian software.
Mo ti láwọn kan tí mo sọ kan kí n kan ti aside tí mo láwọn kan tí wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi nípa kíni mo sọ fún wọn mo lówó mo fi ń kọ tí bá sọ fún àwọn èèyàn pé ọ̀fẹ́ ni wọ́n ò fẹ́ ọ̀fẹ́ tí ẹ tó bá fẹ́ wá kó mówó wá. That's what I've been telling people, owó ni o.
So if that is so Atlassian software, àwọn ò need the programming, but I need the portfolio. Ẹni tó gba ọ̀gá mi yẹn gan, òun ò ní portfolio kankan, ó sì ríṣẹ́ like ilé ayé òun kò yéèyàn sí. But ìyẹn need portfolio. Software ni wọ́n tún design ní company wọn, kódà mẹ́yàm lẹ́nu, but tí wọ́n káwò sọ ni pé ẹ need láti mọ GitHub dáadáa, ìyẹn ò ní dẹ̀ wájú. Tí mo sọ fẹ́ nìyẹn ni, ìyẹn need láti mọ GitHub dáadáa. So GitHub, in tó simple ni ọ̀sẹ̀ kan like class 5 àkọ́ gbogbo GitHub. Tẹ́ bá ti mọ GitHub, ó ti tán. Lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ gan, èyí iṣẹ́ tí mo fẹ́ ṣe gangan ní tó wù mí ní career DevOps ni. So ọ̀dọ̀ yín náà ọjọ́ tí mo wá lé yín mo mọ̀ pé DevOps ó kàn jẹ́ Scrum jẹ́ ọmọ fún DevOps ni. Software kan náà làjọ lò. But Scrum Master software tẹ́yìn bá ti mọ GitHub nísìn gbogbo nǹkan lọ́ndà Scrum Master. Kò ní fẹ́ rí nǹkan mi tó tún lè jẹ́ like n tó yẹ kẹ́ mọ́ tó ń wò pé èèyàn tó fẹ́ mọ̀ mọ̀. So aspect yẹn ti dúró lódidi ni. So without GitHub náà dẹ̀ ni ọ̀gá náà sì ní as much tẹ́yìn bá ti mọ àwọn software àwọn Atlassian software méjì náà ni Jira. So the good thing ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì tí mo tún mọ̀ ni pé Jira software wọ́n ní API fún GitHub. So ká kọ́ méjèèjì papọ̀ ká mọ̀ pa kọ́ Scrum tán like a mọ̀ pé èèyàn jọ́rẹ́ ọ̀gá lórí bó wọn ṣe ń sọ náà lórí ntẹ́ like a parí gbogbo ohun tó yẹ ká kọ́ lọ́ndà Scrum. I assume that would be a better thing to ká ṣe. So yẹn kàn jẹ́ tí but ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ́ design pé ẹ kàn mọ̀ pé báwo ni ká ṣe lọ kọ́ mọ̀ máa jẹ́ pé orí tèmi lásán lèmi kan ṣàmú gbogbo ẹ̀.
So the guide, then software data analysis bó ṣe tó yìí náà ni ká ṣe máa mú lọ.
Ẹ jẹun kọ́lẹ̀
ká kọ́ Scrum guide.
Kálíjẹun kó tó gbé mi wá fún mi nísìn Scrum guide. So tá bá kọ́ Scrum guide tán eléyìí ẹ máa ṣe fúnra yín after number 2 practice exam ẹ̀yin lè máa ṣe yín fúnra yín.
Okay.
Yóò jẹ́ pé tẹ́ bá ń train after padà mọ́jọ́ kan tá a máa fi jọ nítorí mi náà mi ìfẹ́ revise tá a máa fi jọ ṣe bí revision. So a mọ̀ pé through route yìí you can go about the certification. Yeah. At least about ọpọlọ tẹ́mi dá tẹ́mi fi certification mo mójú right. Ẹ̀kọ́ ọjọ́ tẹ́ bá ní certification yóò ti hàn pé ẹni yìí ti mọ Scrum láti ọjọ́ báyìí. So this certification bá tiẹ̀ wá fún pẹ̀lú.
Ọjọ́ tí data issue certification náà mọ̀ pé èèyàn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Exactly. So èèyàn mọ̀ pé so ẹlẹ́kẹta mo fẹ́ ká lọ kí la pè ná software. So So ká kọ́kọ́ kọ́ àwọn Atlassian software méjèèjì. So ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹrin ṣé ká ṣe data analysis, ó yẹ kí system yín ká ti yanjú ká ṣe data analysis. Ṣé ká ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ Excel ni àbí ká má ṣe ẹja ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ Excel. Èmi ṣiṣẹ́ ní data analysis company rí, mo kàn mọ́ lásán like. So èmi ló kéré pé gbogbo tí mo ní ìdí mo mọ̀ tán, but at least ká kàn mẹ́nu bàárà lásán. So àwọn ibi táwa fẹ́ lọ gangan ká wá lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ Python. So táwa ti ń ṣe Python. Jira ibi ni Jira wà ntẹ̀.
Okay.
Ibi ni Jira wà. So ibi táwa ti ń ṣe Python lọ, a wá sí n tó kàn wá ní bíbí. Tó ti káde tó lè gba ìlítàdọ̀ tó gba model lélẹ̀. Model lè náà wọ̀. Wọ́n là ń pè ní Git, ìyá pè ní Git. Torí wọ́n pọ̀. Bòyí tá a kọ̀ GitHub láyé mọ́jú. Wọ́n lásìkò. Wọ́n làwọn èèyàn máa ń lò jù. So a fi wá GitHub. So ìgbà tábà fi ṣe lè tán, ọ̀gá ti pé méjì nìyẹn. So ká kó máa ká máa ó zu ẹ̀ láàrin ara wa. So these are the basic stuff. So I just say Scrum guide. Kò lè jẹ́ pé theory rò jù báyìí. Ìgbà tí mo tó ka Scrum guide gan, mo tó ka ìwé mo jẹ́ pé plating fi kàwé ìgbà yẹn is just 14 pages. But terms pọ̀ ń bẹ. So another thing ni pé ní exam wọn náà wọ́n máa ń béèrè. So okay, wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ Scrum ní tipẹ́tipẹ́ gan 1990, but 2010 ni wọ́n tó fi lélẹ̀ dáadáa. Àmàkà just so gbogbo subtopic under Scrum, purpose of Scrum kìíní kan kò ṣẹjọ́ mẹ́. Màá send ìwé ìsìn ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń ṣe àṣà. Àbí bí a ta bá highlight tán torí ta bá ń kọ́ ní ìsàlẹ̀ mọ́ rí nǹkan kan. So the first thing, Scrum definition. So àwa ti define Scrum. Bóòmù ni mo ṣe define rẹ̀ fún yín last class. So ẹ̀jẹ̀ ràn yín lọ́wọ́. The first thing táwọn kọ́kọ́ ó yá.
Jẹ́ kí n jíwèé, ó ti ga ìwé ọpọlọ ti lọ báyìí o.
That's right.
Okay, yeah, a framework under Agile that focus on deliverable values through self-organization.
And Kutamu. A framework under Agile that focuses on Scrum. Through self-organization and cross-functional team. Cross-functional team.
Okay.
And cross-functional team. Michigan, but with customer and end user. But cross-functional team, okay, what people gala? One let them one get to like. Where I want to feel question for me, kill any answer from land.
Bani suru.
So, ní class, ibi tá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní a sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Agile. Lẹ́yìn ìgbà náà sọ̀rọ̀ Agile Manifestos àti principles behind Agile Manifestos. So, ìgbà tá wá kọ́ Agile tán, àwa já wá sí Scrum, ó jẹ́ number 2. So, Scrum definition London bíbí ni pé is a light framework lásán láwa pè. Àwọn ní light framework, lightweight. Ṣé mo pé mo dẹ̀ ń sọ́nù characteristic of Scrum? A ní ó jẹ́ lightweight.
Yep.
Easy to understand but difficult to clinical.
Yep.
Difficult to master. So mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yẹn ó máa wá ní exam. Àmọ́ kókó bẹ̀ náà ni pé lightweight ni. So lightweight ni. So àwọn lè ní Scrum is a lightweight framework that helps people, teams and organization generate value. Deliverable, anything you see in through self-organization and deliverable clinical with customer and end user. Deliverable value sharing, like major concept that finish Scrum through adaptive solution for complex problems. So in a nutshell, Scrum requires a Scrum Master to foster an environment where the product owner ordered the work for a complex problem with the product backlog. So I'm when the product owner can I just sort of product owner come and say the vision back.
Product owner major the owner of the work.
No, under like any digi last dikini
We need that terms, yeah, Abi.
Rules, any ceremonies, and then artifacts. So product owner under rules lower kini gbogbo mẹ́wẹ̀ẹ̀wá èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ lè pín sí èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ lè gbé sípò tó wà gẹ́gẹ́ ni. Product owner under rules.
It's under rules. Okay, yeah, that's the one that like product owner, Scrum Master, and development team.
Development team, developers. Ẹ mọ̀ ara wọn ibi ìwé ọ̀nà ìpò ẹ̀yàbá táwọn èèyàn fi lò wé wọn ibi ìwé wọn náà wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ dìde ẹ̀yàn. Only in a nutshell, Scrum requires a Scrum Master to foster an environment. So, don't foster. I'm question one big at our Manchester school. So Scrum Master do foster Scrum environment. So I highlight the by Scrum Master do foster Scrum environment. So so a product owner order the works for a complex problem into a product backlog. At the soil, any product owner only product backlog. Yeah, the Scrum team turns a selection of the work into an increment of value during a sprint. And when you Scrum team?
Scrum team, Agile product, Agile development team, ceremony. Let me just say ceremony.
No,
Agile Scrum Master development team.
Roles, roles, like involved in Yoruba. Only rules. Ceremonies in afunlebo lọ́jọ́ yẹn now. And the artifact on structure afunlebo. I like to simple. Ceremonies on our activities and so artifact on the new structure like kini àwọn kan tó kó sínú gaga. So ẹ má dàrú kó má bàa dàrú náà mo fò pé ká ṣe wé. So gbogbo tá à ń sọ bíbí Scrum team product owner onìkan ló dá wá ìdè yàtọ̀. Scrum team òun ló kó sínú developer team development team àbí kẹ́ pè ní developers àti Scrum Master. Ẹ̀yẹ́ bí question kan èèyàn mélòó ni Scrum team lè jẹ́? Mélòó ni Scrum team lè jẹ́?
Èèyàn méjì or mẹ́ta.
Scrum team. Gbàgbé kan. Mo ti sọ wípé tẹ́lẹ̀ pé developer wọ́n máa fẹ́ bá jẹ́ 7 or 9.
Okay,
no, Scrum team.
That's 5 and 2.
Yeah, and 2 tester. O lè jẹ́ 7 or 9. Tá bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé èèyàn mélòó ni Scrum team lè jẹ́, so yóò jẹ́ 8 or 10.
Okay.
Yeah, to get them. A lè ti sọ pé Scrum Master èèyàn kan ní Scrum
Master. Àná tó hard mọ́ tó fi jẹ́ 8 or tó fi jẹ́ 8.
Mo twist question fún yín now. Scrum team èèyàn méjì ní Scrum team kó sínú development team
and Scrum Master.
So Scrum Master individual ni product owner náà individual ni. So àwọn Scrum developers lásán ni 7 or 9.
Okay.
So mo can change the question for you. So in a nutshell, Scrum requires a Scrum Master to foster an environment. So Scrum Master ló máa foster an environment tí product owner fẹ́ kún ní òní gbogbo product backlog. Scrum team ní àwọn wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ lé dáadáa number 2 yẹn. Scrum team ní wọ́n turn selection of the work into an increment of value during a sprint. So àwọn Scrum team ní wọ́n ṣàṣiṣẹ́ lórí user story. N sọ nìyẹn. Àbí iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ti user story.
Yeah. What is that story?
So, user story ní product backlog tí ó ní ọ̀rọ̀ tí product owner ń sọ tá à ń kọ sílẹ̀ ṣe tí wọ́n ti so àwọn tí ó ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí káwọn máa tún ní Yorùbá ó ní Scrum team. So eléyìí wọ́n máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbà tẹ́mi ó dàbí pé mi kọ àwọn ìgbà mo fi ṣe practice lèmi kọ́kọ́ rí. Number 3 yẹn the Scrum team and its stakeholders inspect the results. ẹ̀dùn tó pè mo torí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ wèrè wọn láìpẹ́ nínú past question stakeholder ló pè ṣe ti gbọ́ Scrum team àti stakeholder àwọn ni wọ́n inspect the results and adjust for the next sprint. Scrum review ní sọ ní bíbí. Under bo ni àbí ṣe sprint review ẹ má bínú sprint review under bo la ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ sprint review.
Under kìíní náà ni under artifact.
Under artifact no under ceremonies.
Ceremonies okay.
Under ceremony a ní ceremonies mẹ́rin ló wà sprint planning. So ń dàrú ní ṣé mo ti dàrú nàbí ẹ̀yìn.
Kò dàrú no kò dàrú go ahead.
Okay. So a ní kíla èwo ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà sprint planning.
Daily Scrum, sprint review.
So wọ́n kọ́ jókòó wọ́n plan so ìyẹn gbogbo sprint planning gbogbo Scrum committee ní ó kó sínú so ìgbà míì bẹ stakeholder náà ó máa ń kún wọn stakeholder làwọn management team so ìgbà tó bá yá yóò di pé kíní ẹ bọ́ sọ́wọ́ Scrum team lásán which is daily Scrum.
The daily Scrum.
So inú daily Scrum wọ́n á ti máa sọ product yẹn di increment tó lò ń bíbí. So after then tá bá fẹ́ review stakeholder lè join wọn òun ló ń dọ́gbọ́n sọ pé the Scrum team and a stakeholder inspect the results and adjust kó tó wá kan retrospect. So nǹkan mẹ́rin yóò kàn sọ repeat wọ́n máa ń bèrè question bẹ́ẹ̀ lásán mo fi highlight pẹ̀lú. So only Scrum is simple àti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ àwa náà sọ pé Scrum is simple bó la ṣe sọ náà mẹ́ta yẹn ló rọrùn jù difficult to understand simple understand. Scrum is simple, easy to learn, and difficult to understand. Scrum is simple to understand, difficult to master. Yeah, but it's lightweight. Characteristics of Scrum, lightweight. Lightweight, simple to understand. Like gbogbo tá a fẹ́ kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà gbogbo òwe táwọn tó ní Scrum ń ṣe gangan ọ̀nà làápọ̀tá yẹn that means it's simple to understand but difficult to master. Ìgbà tí a bá fẹ́ master náà ni yóò máa dàrú.
Yóò máa ń le, yeah.
So Scrum is simple is a characteristic of Scrum. Wọ́n máa ń béèrè mẹ́ta yẹn mo fi nǹkan kan lásán náà. Only try it as is and determine if its philosophy, theory, and structure help to achieve goals and create value. The Scrum framework is purposefully incomplete. Okay, only defining the parts required to implement Scrum theory. However, Scrum is built upon by the collective intelligence of the people using it. Okay, rather than provide people with detailed instruction, the rules of Scrum guide their relationship and interaction. Various processes, techniques, and methods can be employed within the framework. Scrum wraps around existing practices of project management and or render them unnecessary. Scrum makes visible relative efficacy of the current management environment and work so that improvement can be made. Yeah. So Scrum theory, question number 1 was so Scrum is founded on empiricism and lean thinking. Ibi tí ẹja lọ fi kàn níta tí ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé agile àti project management ṣe rántí. Tàn pé a ní project management is built on waterfall
rundown approach.
Yeah, and project management is built on waterfall system. So agile is built on
methodology.
I don't know. Waterfall. So I need waterfall system only project management. Agile is built on incremental basis. We like gbogbo kini o ma lọ sókè papọ̀ at a time ni. So èyí tó yẹ ká fi kún on it is Scrum tá ń kọ́ lọ́wọ́. Àbí já lọ kọ́ ní Scrum náà. So Scrum is Scrum is built on empiricism and lean thinking. Ìtumọ̀ empiricism ni pé knowledge comes from empirical knowledge lásán náà ni. Òun ló fi sọ pé àwọn tó ń lo Scrum náà ni wọ́n nímọ̀ nípa rẹ̀ dáadáa. So I'm making decision on what is observed. Lean thinking tẹ̀ a fi ń try láti reduce the waste and láti lè focus on essential. Kókó ọ̀rọ̀ tá a ṣáà fẹ́ ká mú ní láì yìí náà nìyẹn. Scrum is built on empiricism and lean thinking. Ẹ̀yin náà lè kà mí mọ́ bí mo ṣe lè explain. Empiricism is based on empirical knowledge. So lean thinking then ni pé we are just trying to reduce waste and focuses on the essential. But this statement gangan like normal general question tá a máa fi ń sọ̀rọ̀. Máa tẹ́ bá ń lo LinkedIn gan ẹ̀rọ àwọn gúrùpù pọ̀ gan tẹ́ pé wọ́n máa béèrè question Scrum question níjojúmọ́ táwọn èèyàn kàn máa ju question táwọn answer níjojúmọ́. So Scrum is founded on empiricism and lean thinking. Ẹ kàn have náà ni bóun ṣe lọ nìyẹn. Project management is based on waterfall kìíní. Agile ń tiẹ̀ a sì sọ ọ̀bọ̀ incremental kìíní ni incremental principles ni òun base lé lórí ń tiẹ̀. So only Scrum employs an iterative incremental approach. So ìgbà tó fi employ incremental approach, that means pé ó ń lo agile framework nìyẹn to optimize predictability and to control risk. Scrum engages group of people who collectively have all the skills and expertise to do the work and share or acquire such skills as needed. Only Scrum combines 4 formal events for inspection and adaptation within a containing event, the sprint. So, kí ló ń sọ bíbí?
Sprints.
For a paragraph here.
Yeah, Tony, Scrum combines 4 formal events for inspection and adaptation within a containing event. The sprint, the event work because they implement the empirical Scrum pillars of transparency, inspection, and adaptation.
Yeah,
right.
As my explain, explain. Oh yeah, explain article book na. Saka explain. At least nǹkan mẹ́ta ni points tó wà ńbẹ̀.
Nǹkan mẹ́ta àbí mẹ́ta, okay. This is simply means that the sprint, the transparency and the inspection.
So, I think that would be better. Scrum combine 4 formal events. Mo ti sọ fún yín náà pé mo ti sọ fún yín gangan bọ̀ káàtẹ̀ ní bó ṣe sọ event náà ní ceremonies. Scrum event. Mo sọ fún yín. Ó náà ló equal sí Scrum ceremony.
Ibẹ̀ ni 343 ti jáde.
So 4 formal events ló pè. Ó náà ló pè ní 4 nísìn. Torí nísàlẹ̀ fúnra rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ náà tó lọ ní 5, but wọ́n máa ń fi sprint, mo fi sọ pé wọ́n máa ń fi sprint kún nígbà mi. So wọ́n máa ń fi sprint kún. So eléyìí ti ẹ̀ pillars of Scrum tí wọ́n pa ti kọ́ tá a fi ní AIT. So adaptation, inspection and transparency. So ẹjẹ́ ó yẹ máa kà á ká fi máa define pillars of Scrum with transparency.
The emergence process and work must be visible to those performing the work as well as those receiving the work. With Scrum, important decisions are based on the perceived state of its 3 formal artifacts. Artifacts ni like the conclusion part of it, which
artifacts
is
like structure. Structure like
okay.
Oh yeah,
which is that's it, sort of backlog. backlog of products, right?
Yeah, product backlog.
Then future, then the project future to be developed. Then sprint backlog.
And increments. Yeah.
Increments.
It's so it's in. So only artifacts one later.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Artifact that have low transparency can lead to decision that diminish value and increase risk. So effect of low transparency lasanan. With low transparency and diminish value and increase risk. So only transparency enable inspection. Inspection without transparency is misleading and wasteful. So I continue let's inspection.
Okay.
So but early denote artifact that has low transparency. So this diminish value, you then increase risk early delay in more data. Yeah.
Okay, artifacts that have low transparency. Then inspection, the Scrum artifacts and the progress towards agreed goals must be inspected frequently and diligently to detect potentially undesirable variances of problems. To help with inspection, Scrum provides cadence in the form of its 5 events on a
So Kokobe inspection as a Scrum Master knows share inspection only the Scrum artifacts and the progress. Artifacts mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yẹn ni ó jẹ́ tẹ́ mọ ìyẹ̀wò ní gbogbo ìgbà tẹ́ bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ẹ máa wo product backlog pé kí ni tí product owner fún wa ṣé ó sì wà in order ṣá ẹ rí tó dáadáa torí ẹ ṣe calculation fún kankan ẹ farabalẹ̀ tó gbogbo àwọn user story rẹ̀. Sprint backlog ó ní iṣẹ́ táwọn developer tẹ kó jọ tá ń ṣe tí wọ́n wọnú ṣé ń rí backlog ẹ̀ ṣé ń rí tó dáadáa tẹ́ pé yóò fi lè rọrùn láti inspect ẹ dẹ̀ máa kọ increment tẹ́ ní ojoojúmọ́ ẹ máa kọ sílẹ̀. So with inspection yóò rọrùn fún yín láti lè adapt. So only inspection tí ò sí adaptation is considered pointless. Ebola send ní gbogbo ilé wọ́n lè máa lọ bẹ̀rù. Mi ì máa bá ṣe ní question wọn rí ẹni ẹ ṣáà sọ fún mi lánàá. Scrum events are designed to provoke change. Àwọn ọmọ so adaptation only if any aspect of a process deviates outside acceptable limits or if the resulting product is unacceptable. The process being applied or the material being produced must be adjusted. The adjustment must be made as soon as possible to minimize further deviation. Adaptation becomes more difficult when the people involved are not empowered or self-managing. Through self-organization, ibi definition ìparí Scrum tá a mú wá. So ìyẹn mi pa ọgbọ́n fi divine adaptation náà. So Scrum gangan ó ń mú rọrùn láti lè jẹ́ pé change pé tí nǹkan bá fẹ́ change nínú project bóyá nínú project user story wa using Scrum approach ẹ máa lè rọrùn fún láti lè correct unlike using project management principle tó máa mú correction tó máa múlẹ̀. So kò sẹ́jọ́ nǹkan tó nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ ibi tó yẹ eléyìí náà dẹ̀ ní akọ eléyìí aṣọ eléyìí náà Scrum value.
Values, yeah.
Croc. So commitment, respect, openness, courage àti focus. Ó ní successful ẹ máa kà tẹ́lẹ̀ bí akẹ́ máa kà kẹ́ máa tún gan ní òfin lè máa rọrùn fún.
Successful use of Scrum depends on people becoming more proficient in living 5 values, which is the commitment, focus, openness, respect, and courage. Crocs. The Scrum team commits to achieving its goals and to supporting each other. Their primary focus is on the work of the sprint to make the best possible progress towards these goals. The Scrum team and its stakeholders are open about the work and the challenges. Scrum team members respect each other to be capable, independent people and are respected as such by the people with whom they work. The Scrum team members have the courage to do the right thing, to work on tough problems. These values gives direction to the Scrum team with regard to their work, actions, and behavior. The decisions that are made, the steps taken, and the way Scrum is used should reinforce these values, not diminish or undermine them. The Scrum team members learn and explore the value as they work with the Scrum event and artifacts. When these values are embodied by the Scrum team and the people they work with, the empirical Scrum pillars of transparency, inspection, and adaptation come to life, building trust.
Yeah. So Scrum team. Our winning Scrum team.
Okay, the Scrum teams are the people that the developer, product owner, and the Scrum masters.
Product owner, my son, Scrum team.
Wọ́n kọ síbi eléyìí níwájú mi báyìí o. No product owner and developers.
Okay, you're continuing by okay, development team. But she mistake. Anime taba. Okay, yeah, I continue.
Product. Okay, I said the fundamental unit of Scrum is a small team of people. A Scrum team. The Scrum team consists of one Scrum master, one product owner, and developers.
Okay, development team. Sonia. I continue.
Within a Scrum team, there are no sub teams or hierarchies.
Yeah, mo fẹ́ explain bẹ́ẹ̀. So only come being question lọ́jọ́ pé tí Scrum team mo bá pọ̀ like tẹ́ bá ní di developer 20 nìkan. So a jẹ́ mọ̀ pé a ti ní Scrum team kọ̀ọ̀kan ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ Scrum team kọ̀ọ̀kan developer mẹ́sàn-án náà ní maximum tó lè kó àbí méje. Ṣé bá rántí nígbà tí mo bí ń question. So n tí mo pè ní solution ni pé ẹ máa create different Scrum team. But àwọn ṣe ń okay ó dà kó padà sọ sálẹ̀. Yeah, so n tí mo pè ní solution bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé a máa create different Scrum team. So ó ń sọ pé within each Scrum team, only there are no sub team or hierarchies. So different Scrum team, tẹ́ bá create as Scrum master or canteen Scrum master, okay, tẹ́ bá create the sub team, tẹ́ bá create the different team kọ̀ọ̀kan ní Scrum master tiwọn. So n tó ṣàǹgbàlérò bí pé kò sí hierarchy láàrin wọn pé tí Scrum master kan fi ju ìkan lọ. Product owner ni gbogbo yóò máa jíṣẹ́ fún directly. So in terms of so no hierarchy.
Everybody were independent on their own.
Exactly. So wọ́n máa ń béèrè question yẹn dáadáa. So it is a cohesive unit of professionals focused on one objective at a time, the product goal. So product goal ni gbogbo ń kálukú gbájúmọ́ kò sí pé ṣe àwọn pé tó bá di pé wọ́n mọ̀rẹ́lẹ̀ náà rí náà okay wé dìdìrín gáà yín náà tó bá di pé Scrum master kan tó wà lábẹ́ Scrum master mi irú kí ló padà lọ force yẹn ó padà lọ force waterfall ó padà lọ di waterfall model, that's project management. Ṣé ti get it?
Yeah.
Torí pé ẹnìkan máa jí 7 nìkan ló kù yẹn so ó padà lọ di project management.
Waterfall.
Tá ń dọ́gbọ́n sá fún. So I continue. Scrum team are cross-functional. Wọ́n máa ń béèrè question yìí náà dáadáa. Wọ́n ní what is the meaning of the Scrum? What is the meaning of cross-functionality of the Scrum team? So ẹ gbé láti bẹ̀ next paragraph. Scrum team are cross-functional.
Okay. Scrum team are cross-functional, meaning the members have all the skills necessary to create value each sprint. They are also self-managing, meaning they internally decide who does what, when, and how.
But you also need to know Scrum cross-functionality of team ni pé each member of the Scrum team ó gbọ́dọ̀ lè create value. So Scrum master ni yóò decide yẹn. Tẹ́ bá gba user story jọ tẹ́ gé user story sí story point. Ṣé story point náà la ẹ̀yà SP ló last. So ìgbà tẹ́ bá fẹ́ mú Scrum master ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lè wò pé Scrum master tẹ́ mú ká lóhùn jẹ́ 120 story point tẹ́ fún ká ó kéré like ó gbọ́dọ̀ lè jẹ́ 120 less than or equal to 120 ọ̀nà ó fi jẹ́ pé yóò lè fún wa ní increment of 1 àmọ́ tá bá lọ mú Scrum Master tí story point yín tó bá lọ ju user story lọ tó bá kéré tí wọ́n mọ̀ pé 0 point kìíní ni ẹni ò ní lè deliver so nǹkan tèmi lè tún síbẹ̀ ni pé cross functionality of team pé each member of the team ó gbọ́dọ̀ lè deliver increment fún every sprint. wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ń béèrè what's the meaning of self-managing of Scrum ilé mo máa ń jáde gangan náà ni pé meaning they internally decide who does what when and how so àwọn Scrum Master fúnra wọn ara sọ́lọ́jọ́ yẹn àwọn náà ó máa mú project pé ìwọ ló ṣe lé nígbà táwọn development team tá bá jókòó papọ̀ àbáwọn Scrum team tá bá jókòó bí product náà bá ṣe ń sọ ẹlòmíràn ó ti máa mọ̀ pé òun lè ṣe lé nǹkan tó bá mú fúnra wọn ẹ̀yin lẹ́wàá review rẹ̀ kó tó lè ṣe nítòótọ́ kó má di pé bó ṣe máa ń ṣe láàrin IT world tẹ́wà gbéṣẹ́ fún yàn tẹ́ pé kò ní lè deliver iṣẹ́. Àbẹ̀já continue. Akàwé wọn 10 to 14 pages lásán. Only the Scrum team is more.
The Scrum team is small enough to remain nimble and large enough to complete significant work within a sprint. Typically, 10 or fewer people in general.
10.
Yeah, 29. Yeah.
Yep.
10 or fewer people in general. We have found that smaller team communicate better and are more productive.
Communication is one of the major things to more Scrum. Yeah.
If Scrum team become too large, they should consider reorganizing into multiple cohesive Scrum teams, each focused on the same product. Therefore, they should share the same product goal, product backlog, and product owner. The Scrum team is responsible for all product-related activities from stakeholders, collaboration.
Product owner kan náà ni tí Scrum team bá pọ́n tí mo sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà ni product owner ọ̀kan náà ni wọ́n ní. So Scrum Master ló wá lè padà pọ̀ torí pé ṣe ti gẹ́tẹ̀. Tí mo tán ibi tó ti ń dà mí náà Scrum team ó gbé product owner wọnú Scrum team but tí product owner bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ tí user story rẹ̀ bá ti pọ̀ jù a ní Scrum ìyẹn mi pé a ní development team tí ó pọ̀ but product owner ọ̀kan wọ́n ní. So mi ní development team ní Scrum Master ó ti jáde. But product owner ọ̀kan ni ó ní but same yìí ibi tó ti ń sọ same product goal same product backlog ó ní Scrum team kọ̀ọ̀kan náà ò fi máa ṣiṣẹ́. So mo kàn ní highlight ó máa ń dàrú mọ́ mi lójú náà nítorí ó yẹ ìpẹ̀tẹ́.
Verification, maintenance, operation, experimentation, research, and development, and anything else that might be required. They are structured and empowered by the organization to manage their own work, working in sprints at a sustainable pace, improve the Scrum team focus and consistency. The entire Scrum team is accountable for creating a value, useful increment every sprint.
Yeah, values àbí valuable wọn náà ní increment like every sprint la gbọ́dọ̀ lè máa sọ pé like in that increment one like in that fi increase nínú in that achieve fún every sprint ni so every sprint la gbọ́dọ̀ lè sọ pé achievement one. So Scrum define 3 specific accountability with the Scrum team. So ẹjọ́ lásán lélẹ̀ ẹ̀rí bó ṣe ń change èbó yẹn wọ́n ṣe máa ṣe lọ exam náà ni so roles lásán náà ló ń tún sọ and see accountabilities so developer, product owner, and the Scrum Master. So roles on your Scrum ló kù tí a fẹ́ mú àṣọ̀tọ̀ bí kìíní sọ.
Yeah, develop.
So before our first role, only developer. Abi. So only developers are the people in the Scrum team that are committed to creating any aspect of a usable increment each sprint. So our developer ni wọ́n máa ń create increment. Ẹ̀kan àwọn tòótọ́ sì ni Scrum Master òun kàn máa manage, òun kàn máa inspect ni, product owner òun ló sọ product backlog. So developer nìkan ló máa ń create increment. The specific skills needed by the developers are often broad and will vary with the domain of the work. However, the developers are always accountable for. So developer will create a plan for the sprint. So sprint backlog, develop. Imagine question can be so sprint backlog, developer will create a sprint backlog. So instilling quality. Ask a question there. Catch or comment support scrum.org. Question, catch a question which you may want.
Okay.
Open it. I don't know. Scrum with Kanban, Agile Manifestos. We want to open assessment. Professional Scrum. No, professional Scrum Master last in Shalom. Okay. You can try me. But I say test we no cafe man pushing law.
Okay. I'm aware our lorry line.
Yeah, I want explanation me. I want this more highlight. I want me you feel happy like over 10 to talk. Practice exam one. Only practice exam. Scrum.org in the official website. So. Practice exam one. Open assessment. You pay someone. No pay someone more. Okay. So on the bill kumbe o gbọ́dọ̀ wà ńbẹ̀. Yes, I'm applying this Scrum from system at exam wala wow. Kí ló bá mo ti mo wá nǹkan tí ó ní tí mo bá yẹ on assessment so they are back. About it could make sense. Open assessment. Yeah, yeah. Àwọn certification wọn ni bó ṣe pọ̀ ní o. Like Nexus, Nexus developer open kankan. Like starts now. Ẹ̀yin lè mọ̀ sí o. Only number of questions 30.
Number of questions
30 minutes. Ẹ wo bá ṣe fi time sí tó pọ̀ gidi. Wọ́n lẹ́yìn tó ṣe fail the first exam ní 1 minute pàpà. Ìgbà tó bá dé exam bí i ẹ̀ fẹ̀jà. Ẹni tó ṣe láàrin náà kan pé mi náà fail náà wọ́n sọ. Like eléyìí fairly simple yóò fi hàn lọ́kàn balẹ̀ ẹ tó bá bá ń ṣe. Only an organization has decided
to adopt Scrum, but management want to change the test terminology to fit with terminology already used. What will likely happen if this is done without a new vocabulary as you might change? Organization may not understand what has changed with Scrum and the benefit of Scrum may be lost. Management may feel less anxious. All of the above. Is either B or all of the above? Bá mi mú B.
Who is required to attend the daily Scrum? One question, yeah.
Yeah, to say the Scrum Master, the product owner, the developer, and the Scrum Master. Okay, add B.
Who is required? So you come to what required in here. So what which two things
should the Scrum team do during the first sprint? Develop and deliver at least one piece of an annual plan of the rest of the release, deliver an increment of useful and valuable product, determine the complete architecture and infrastructure of the product, create the complete product backlog to be developed. Draw. Which two things should the Scrum team do during the first sprint? Okay. Agile develop and one piece of no. Determine the complete architecture and infrastructure of no. And develop a B. And one ká mú two náà ní ká mú.
Okay.
Then lórí kì í ṣòwò àbí.
Like
their functionality are here.
First Scrum team. Should the Scrum team do during the first sprint? First sprint. That should be sprint planning.
Yeah.
I don't remember any more. So I didn't meet if you can be come on. So
no, Jama. Come on, sir. Yep. Oh, ilomu ne abi.
Èmi bá yín fi kan kún, mo bá yín fi
A and B ni.
A and B lẹ fẹ́ mú. Who has the final
say on the order of the product backlogging? Is the product owner. The time box of the sprint review is the time box of the sprint review. Okay, spring review. Duro. Duro, ma. I think it's 2 hours, right?
Yes.
4 hours.
2 hours I'm going to see also 4 hours for a monthly sprint. Then we pay 2 sprints. 2 hours for 2-week sprint. That way. 4 hours, no, the full monthly sprint.
Monthly, so twice a year, twice, okay.
But 2 hours, so all correct on a normal sense. Correct on a normal sense. I'm if you monthly, that's not yes.
Oh, explain it better.
Exactly.
Who should know the most? Who should know the most about the progress towards a business objective or a release and be able to explain the alternative most clearly? The Scrum Master.
I think you can move by next 900 small fail exam.
True or false? The purpose of a sprint is to produce a valuable and useful increment of working product. True. The CEO asked the developers to add a very important item to a sprint that is in progress. What should the developers do? Inform the other members of the Scrum team so the team can decide what to do. Add the item to the next sprint. Add the item to this current sprint and drop an item of equal size. add the item to the current sprint without any adjustment. It should be C.
CEO.
Já padà síbẹ̀ díẹ̀, já padà síbẹ̀, mo fẹ́ wò.
Ṣé kò ti padà ni?
Ó ti padà, mú ń kà náà. Sprint and drop an item of it. No. Okay, I'm a change then. That's A. So, which statement best describes Scrum? Choose the framework of creating complex product in complex environment, a defined predictive process that conforms to the principle of scientific management, a complete methodology that defines how to develop software, a cookbook that defines best practice of software development, a framework, A. Of course, it is mandatory that the product increment be released to production at the end of each sprint. True. How much work must the developers complete for each backlog product backlog item they select for an sprint? Then work at least some testing enough so that each product backlog item they select meets the definition of done. Design, programming, testing, and documentation. C. Why is the daily Scrum held at the same time and same place? Choosing the place can be named room, art, book, and this is complexity. Another money. C. The consistency reduce complexity. True, for Scrum has a role called project manager. False. Number one, multiple Scrum team work together on the same product. Each team should maintain a separate product. When multiple Scrum team work together on the same product, each team should maintain a separate product. False. Go back. Maintain a separate product. Yeah, separate, true. But all of them are there on their own. True. Yeah, the developers should.
Okay. No,
the developers should not be interrupted during the sprint. The sprint goals should remain intact. These are conditions that foster creativity, quality, and productivity. Which one the following answer is false? D. Who is on the Scrum team? Project manager, the Scrum master. Choose the best three answer. Okay. The Scrum master, developers, then the product owner. What is the function or purpose of management in Scrum? Can you time one?
19 minutes. She could time one month of village. Exam time when you see.
What is the function or purpose of management in Scrum? Identify and remove people that are not working hard enough, monitor the progress of the development on the Scrum team, support the product owner with insight and information into high-value product and system capability, support the Scrum master to encourage organization change, the foster self-management, bottom-up intelligence, about the delivery, continually monitor staffing level of the Scrum team.
Let's go for empiricism. Monetary interview question. You can like
empiricism. Yeah, they are mostly. No, not job or see. When does a sprint conclude? When all product backlog item meet their definition of done, when the sprint retrospective is complete, when the product owner decide enough has been delivered to meet the sprint goal, when all the tasks are completed by the developer, when all product backlog item meet their definitions of done. Yeah, A. The Scrum team must choose at least one high priority process improvements item identified during the sprint and replacement. True. Ten or fewer. During the daily Scrum. See. Never this one. Mm. 4 hours. But that's the last other question, you know? The time box for the sprint planning event is 8 hours for a monthly sprint. For shorter sprint, it is usually shorter. Yeah, 4 hours then. Which of the following services is appropriate for a Scrum Master in regard to the daily Scrum? Choose well. To develop or keep the daily Scrum within the 15 minutes. E. When many Scrum teams are working on a single product, what best describe the definition of done? B. The 3 pillars of employment. That's D. Inspection, transparency, and adaptation. Which Scrum events and time box? Sprint review. Sprint planning. Then sprint retrospective.
Sorry, no, we won't get me
Eh?
No, my boy, we just want to movement say testing like
Who is responsible for managing the progress of work during a sprint? Who is responsible for managing the progress of work during a sprint? The Scrum Masters. When does a developer account the sole owner of an item on the sprint pattern? Whenever a team member can accommodate more works at the sprint planning event, during the daily Scrum, then whenever.
Oh, sorry.
Bro,
is the best answer?
At the sprint planning event, B.
Cancel yeah.
The length of a sprint should be short enough to keep the business researchable, short enough to be able to similar amount or less. All of the above.
Can finish finish.
Finish.
Ah.
46. Odoniel.
So, but for real, into more government, people want to call no Scrum. Could you buy like we want to call in a cafe called Duro Dada at that time explanation kiki.
So which is 16? Too deep. 14 pere move.
Oh yeah, no revision one. Number one, an organization has decided to adopt Scrum, but management wants to change the terminology to fit with terminology already used. What will likely happen if this is done? So without a new vocabulary, moving something like in time if dúró fún oní pé framework key Scrum as the Scrum Master. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ company ò lè like ẹ̀yin fẹ́ fi framework yẹn rinlẹ̀. So irú business tó ti ń sọ pé organization ò fẹ́ pè ló kọ Scrum, àwọn fẹ́ fún ló kọ tí wọ́n pé like àwọn níbi ká ní àwọn kan gba project manager lásán ni. So gbogbo tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ẹ̀yin ò ní gbà fún wọn. So irú business number one is without any vocabulary as a reminder of the change, very little change may actually happen. Torí ẹ̀ wọ́n fi ń gba Scrum Master ṣiṣẹ́ like bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ apply fún iṣẹ́ náà Scrum Master ni ẹ apply fún. Kì í ṣe pé apply for project manager. So the organization may not understand what has changed with Scrum and the benefit of Scrum may be lost, which is actually management may feel less anxious. So eléyìí nìkan ni tí sọ ìgbà tẹ́mi náà pè fún yẹn Scrum Master nísìn like gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ló fẹ́ wò pé gbogbo ẹ̀ ni ó wò pé nǹkan láàkan ní í ṣe anxiousness èmi ò kí n fẹ́ fowó kọ̀ nǹkan like anxiousness dẹ̀ náà ló sún èmi náà débi tí mo ti ń kọ́ pé Scrum Master ẹ̀ rí pé ó kọ̀ yẹn ó like ó ta lẹ́nu. So kókó answer bí all of the above ṣe ní ẹ̀kọ́ yẹ kẹ́ ẹ̀ sì rárá ti. Àwọn kan bẹ tẹ̀ sí tó ń dẹ́rìn pa mí. Who is required to attend the daily scrum? Who is required? The developer. So eléyìí like ẹja lọ feedback ẹ. Only the people doing the work described in the sprint backlog need to inspect and adapt to the scrum. If the product owner or scrum master are actively working on the item in the scrum backlog, they participate as developer. They will need to be at the daily scrum. So kókó bẹ̀ ṣá, developer lásán ni answer ilé. If ó tún máa ń béèrè kan náà tó jọ mọ́, but who is required? Question gẹ́gẹ́ mi náà hard. Tó bá ní who is required, ó yàtọ̀ sí mi mọ́ bó ṣe máa ń béèrè ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì. But generally, developer àti scrum master ni ó máa mo sọ ní first day gan pé developer àti scrum master ló máa participate, but kì í ṣe dandan kí developer
scrum master wà ńbẹ̀.
Scrum master kó wà ńbẹ̀, báwọn developer gbọ́dọ̀ wà ńbẹ̀. So who is required yìí túmọ̀ question yẹn lọ́dọ̀ tèmi ni pé àwọn wo ló jẹ́ dandan fún kó wà nínú daily scrum. Èmi náà answer yẹn nígbà yẹn. So to continue, which two things should the scrum team do during the first sprint? Develop and deliver at least one piece of functionality. Deliver an increment of useful, valuable product. The art of the scrum is a sprint, which is 1 month or less, during which a done, DOR, usable, valuable increment is created. This applies to every sprint. So answer you can follow, but wait and see. So deliver an increment. Yeah, that anytime the have to joke increment to God one. Number one, first one, let me go. Correct. Deliver and develop and deliver at least one piece of functionality. In Canada, need 2 months increments. Like Brilliant, who is the product owner, Loni financing. The time box for a sprint review 4 hours. Most often. Who should know the most about the progress towards the business objective or release and be able to explain the alternative most clearly? Product owner ní ọ̀gá tó níṣẹ́, òun lẹni tó níṣẹ́. So n tó bá fẹ́ náà ni ẹ bá parí iṣẹ́ kó wọn níṣẹ́ ò tí ì parí. Màá ti ní Scrum la adopt as much. I'm a follow rẹ̀ náà ni. So who should know the most about the progress towards the business objective or a release and be able to explain the alternative most clearly? So product owner so like a sole proprietorship, the purpose of a sprint to produce valuable and increment than the CEO asks the developer to add the very important, inform the other member of the Scrum team. So can you tell us Google Scrum team so the team can decide what to do? Each statement best describes Scrum. Nice, simple. It is mandatory that the product increment be released to production at the end of each sprint. Fourth, but it does not have to be released. Release product sprint release. Canon, ìparí iṣẹ́ náà ni. Just get to do something.
At the end of this everything, yeah. It does not have to be released, yeah.
So, Bataba release la retrospect. Project release, retrospect. How much work must the developer complete for each product backlog item they select for a sprint? How much work must the developer complete for each product backlog item they select? Okay, analysis. Okay, enough so that the product item they select meet the definition of done. So, yeah, most is so. Gbogbo sprint, gbogbo user story, kó tó lè change value láti ibìkan síbòmíì. Definition of done. Most question exam wa. If the question answer about the definition of done. Like tó bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ done kìíní kan, ọ̀nà ló máa ń bá bàjẹ́ àṣà. Èmi mo á practice test yìí, like gbogbo question practice test mo máa ń ṣàrẹ̀ lórí láì mọ̀ question. But kókó bẹ̀ tó bá ti ń ní definition of done. Definition of done náà ló ń bá bàjẹ́.
At the same time.
I feel avoid the complexity. Only the Scrum has a role called project manager. Irony. More multiple Scrum eléyìí ló mo fi rẹ́rìn. like when multiple Scrum works together on the same product, each team should maintain a separate product backlog. As you saw in our irony possible. Same product backlog, with and shit dana. Onina lanche.
Morati.
Each focus
But the way
on
they put in that question,
okay, so each focus on the same product. Yep. Question is that one more go sharing the Terry Simba. Like we question when no see my ability then no go on le jelly lo. Developer should not interrupt the developer. The developer should not be interrupted during the sprint, and the sprint goal should remain intact. These are conditions that foster creativity, quality, and productivity. The sprint backlog is fully formulated in sprint planning event and does not change during the sprint. So sprint backlog, product backlog, sprint backlog, Scrum Master ló ń kó jọ. Ti ní developer nìkan ló wà required láti wà ní sprint and daily Scrum. So developer lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti ọdí bí wọ́n ṣe ń sọ Yorùbá láti change the sprint backlog. So the Scrum Master nìkan ni ó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́. Only sprint backlog make visible all of the work that developer identify as necessary to make the book. Developer modify the sprint backlog throughout the sprint, and the sprint backlog emerges during the sprint. Only developer should not be interrupted during the sprint, and the sprint goals should remain intact. These are conditions that foster critical quality. Which one of the following answer is for? The sprint is fully formulated in the sprint planning. So sprint planning, first sprint planning, product backlog, sprint planning. Sprint planning ni first ìjókòó tí wọ́n jókòó. So first sentence náà ni ó tẹ̀jú wrong. Sprint planning ni wọ́n ti máa ń create product backlog. Get kì í ṣe sprint backlog là ń create. Mi rò pé ṣé n sí ìwé fún òní. Ìwé wa dànù. But that ń sọ yep. So sprint planning lákọ́kọ́. Nínú sprint planning láti ṣe ń create product backlog. So inú daily Scrum láti ń create sprint backlog. Just get it. So in first sentence, like first line, wrong. The sprint backlog is fully formulated in the sprint planning. So sprint planning event, call that sprint backlog. Product backlog, lower fully formulated in bank. Egbele na.
Yeah, can go mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta
It won't be silly.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I want to border wires. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, so only what is the function of management in Scrum? Support the product owner with inside information to high value product and support the Scrum Master to encourage it. So management support last time when from book one. Yeah, when does the sprint conclude?
Okay.
So
when this
it's
got more
first no. Actually, that the number 19. The Scrum team must choose at least one high priority process identified during the sprint and place in the sprint back. First, sprint retrospect. Sprint retrospect only last thing. Ìgbà tá tó máa retrospect, ìgbà tá bá ti ṣe gbogbo àwọn sprint backlog. Sprint bá ti yanjú sprint backlog, item kan tán ní sprint backlog. Wọ́n review rẹ̀. Question kan náà bẹ tó máa ń jáde níbí. Ṣé product nìkan wọ́n máa ń review nínú sprint review? Product nìkan ni. àmọ́ sprint retrospect wọ́n review product àti operation question yẹn náà máa ń jáde gan. Kí ẹ gẹ́gẹ́ tí mo ń sọ já.
Yeah,
What is the typical size of a Scrum team? Àgbàyàn 10 of you. When does a developer become accountable? Eléyìí kò yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ṣe rárá. Never. Mo sọ fún yín lónìí, òní náà là ń sọ.
Yeah.
Ẹni ká tó lè wà accountable gan. Ẹni tó lè wà accountable. Only product owner.
Yeah.
When does the developer become accountable for the developer by themselves? Never. Yep. So which set okay, brilliant. Which number describe the sprint review? It is when the Scrum team and stakeholder inspect the outcome of a sprint and figure out what to do next. Okay. What the time box for a sprint planning event?
4 hours every 2 weeks. Mo ti sọ now. I thought about it.
Mo ti rẹ̀ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ pàmò.
It is so no for 4 hours every 2 weeks. Yeah.
Which of the following services are appropriate for a Scrum Master in regards to the daily Scrum? So you can like major time and she need daily Scrum here.
Kò yẹ kí n ṣe eléyìí gan, because I know daily Scrum is 15 minutes, but wèrè náà ni wọ́n. Which of the following services is appropriate? For a Scrum Master in regard to the daily Scrum? Yeah, 15 minutes.
Most answer, but into funny ben ni pé like nǹkan kan major thing. Àbí mo ṣe into funny ben pé ẹ kàn ṣá gbọ́dọ̀ follow Scrum framework yẹn pé 15 minutes. But tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ tó fẹ́ ju 15 minutes lọ́nà tí a máa close the meeting náà ni.
Yeah, exactly. Ẹni ọ̀fẹ́ sọ nǹkan tó important ṣé wà lókè ó yá meeting tí ó bá ẹ̀já lọ.
Ó dọ̀la nìyẹn. Like ìtẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ sọ ní nǹkan mẹ́ta náà ni o. Ìtẹ́ ṣe lánàá. Kí ni increment ìrántí kẹta?
I know, we dey do the meeting now. A máa ń ṣe meeting yẹn ní warehouse.
Okay, wow, that's
a máa ń ṣe warehouse. Nǹkan tó a ṣe lánàá, nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ lénìí, àti nǹkan tó fẹ́ expect lọ́la. That's all. You understand? Nígbà tí mo ṣe warehouse, we do that meeting. Wọ́n á sọ iye tá a pa lánàá fún wa. Iye tá a make lánàá.
So gbogbo industry náà ló máa ń lo àwọn UK like ní popular.
Wọ́n á dẹ̀ sọ iye target fẹ́ ká meet lénìí.
Exactly. Experience. Wọ́n máa ń lo like àwọn UK kìíní. Gbogbo industry
la máa ń ṣe meeting yẹn ní warehouse. Nígbà tí mo ṣiṣẹ́ where we do the meeting.
Wow.
We do it.
Ẹ mọ̀ sí pé ṣe àgbàmọ̀ ní kí ló dé.
Gbogbo mistake táwọn èèyàn náà nǹkan mẹ́ta tán máa ń sọ iye target tá meet lánàá iye tá pa lánàá a máa sọ mistake táwọn èèyàn ṣe lánàá a máa sọ then nǹkan tó expect lénìí a máa sọ that's all.
Ẹ tún ṣe eléyìí náà eléyìí kí n bíìlì yín fẹ́lẹ̀ ni kò yẹ ká ẹ ṣe rárá. When many Scrum team are working on a single project, what best describes the definition of done? All the Scrum must have the definition that makes their combined increment valuable. But that is a product backlog. Okay, nígbà tí ẹ ṣe tòkè bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ̀ sí ní ṣe lé product backlog kan náà ni gbogbo wọn ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí. So all the Scrum team must have DOD kan náà that makes their combined increment valuable and useful. Ṣé ẹ ti gẹ́tẹ̀? Ìdí tẹ́ fi ṣe tòkè náà lẹ fi ṣe lé.
Níbo ti sálẹ̀ yà same thing.
The 3 pillars of empiricism ITA. Èmi gan ṣe lè nígbà tí mi máa ṣe test. Like mo sì mú rántí kẹ́tí because ó fọ́nì gan ni pé bí mo ṣe lè ṣe mọ́ rántí. Who is responsible for managing the progress of work during sprint?
The developers níṣẹ́ yẹn. Okay, developers náà contain the Scrum Master náà.
The developer is the daily Scrum, where the progress towards the goal and to ensure our progress is towards the goal. Answer àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o. Like, ibi bí Scrum Master, mi náà gbà pé kó jẹ́. But developer ni. I have been. But èmi náà ní justification fẹ́lẹ́ náà. Scrum Master lé ọkọ̀ jẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ tèmi náà. Scrum Master gan máa tún mú ga. When does a developer become the sole owner of an item on the sprint backlog? So actually, no. Okay, mo rẹ́rìn ni. Never àti sọ lókè náà now.
Yeah, ó wà lára lókè yà. Never. Wà á dí mo ti ṣe tòkè, mo ti ṣe eléyìí náà.
The length of a sprint should be short enough to come and tell us. Yep. So àti parí. But n tí mo kàn fẹ́ ká mú jáde ni pé like báwọn question wọn bó ṣe máa múra wọn léègì. So and that's why ìkákàwé wọn náà ó fi wá necessary. So a máa tún ṣe pass.
Yàtọ̀ yòókù dàárọ̀ náà.
So a máa focus ìwé níwọ̀n bá ti. So after then a máa try láti move lọ kíní. Ẹ fún mi ní screen control ká ṣe software dé kí n bá yín sọ àbí ẹ ń lọ bí kàbí.
Okay, ó yá.
Ṣebí system mo tẹ̀síra yín náà ni.
Ó ní mo ní ìdàtí kọ gan wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe.
Ẹ send mi ní remote control.